welcome to my channel. Today is Flosstube number 35. I'm here for my cross stitching update. It is Tuesday the 11th of November and I'm so happy to be back as usual. So yes, it's been 2 weeks and I have worked on 8 projects. 2 of them are on new starts, I believe. I'm trying to get my new starts done by the end of the year, so next year hopefully I can have no new starts, but that is a conversation for another time. We're gonna jump right into it as per usual. I have a project this week that I forgot to show you last week, so I will show you my painted tiger piece. Oh, you might notice I'm in my living room today. It is a really gloomy, dull day. Like really, there's no light outside basically. So I'm in here, it's a little bit brighter, we have a bay window over there. And I have my lights on and stuff like that. So yes, we're in my stitchy spot. Right, which one do I want to show you first? Water Nymph, my bedtime piece. This is what it looks like when it's finished. The artwork is by Vanilla Art and it's charted by Blush and Pink Stitches. And this got 2,676 stitches. And here is where I'm at. Ooh, there we are. I'm really sorry about the lighting. It's maybe not as true as natural daylight, but I'm working with what I've got. So let's see if I can. I'm not going to be able to bring you really close. Oh, here we are. So I worked down in this area here. I did hit the water, however, it's very close to this bit here, and it's a bit difficult to work on down there. So I'm gonna just get my last few stitches up here. This one needs, let me just get my 5% list up. It needs only 858 stitches to get to its 5% goal for the year. Sorry, I repotted a plant today and I've got soil on my fingers. So 858 stitches left, and I'll still work down the diagonal, but probably stop around here where it's comfortable. Just trying to get down here. As you can see, I started parking because I ran out of room, and I don't want to move the frame just for 800 stitches. But it'll be exciting to get this one done. This is what it is looking like. Oh, and I have a UFO I need to tell you about, but I'll tell you that at the end. Let me write it down. I have 2 actually. The next one I want to show you is I See You in My Dreams. This has had a lot of work since the last time you've seen it. Here's what it looks like when it's finished. It is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs and it is artwork by Genovia Art. And yeah, I was working on this a lot. I've just put it down actually yesterday. So here is where I got to. This one got 5,377 stitches and is now at 9.45%. So I was at her jawline and around here. So I've done all that there. And I'm heading into the very confetti heavy flower area. So this one needs 2,299 stitches to get to its 5% goal. I do need to move the frame just because when I'm working on my lap stand, the right side of an 11 by 11 is a little bit tricky to get to, and underneath because it's so tall. But with a big piece, I prefer a bigger frame just because of the excess fabric. But yes, she's looking really good. So that is her. They're both 25 count, 1/1 full cross. Any information like that I might forget, every single project is listed in the product in the description below, and I include the name of the chart, I include the link and the fabric count and how I'm stitching it all down below. The next one I want to show you is Magic Roses. Here is what it looks like when it's finished. Let me get some coffee. Not had one sip. I'm whizzing right through. Delicious. I'm actually trying to cut down my coffee. I've been drinking alternatives, so hopefully I can cut down a little bit. What was I up to? Magic Roses. Here is what it looks like when it's finished. It's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and it's artwork by Genovi Art again, I think. And this one I actually changed the method because the roses are lovely, lovely, lovely to stitch, but it can feel like a never-ending roses alternative world, to be honest with you. So I did change the method, and we have got a few part threads. So I'm just picking a section and working in that section, and then parking outside of it. I'm kind of moving my way down the length, the height of the page. So that's blowing out a lot. So this is the page from before. So I've just kind of been working down here, and then because if you work down you get a variety of dark to light, whereas if you work across you're getting all the darks, then all the mediums, then all the lights. So I'm working down to get the variety, and I'll stop when I get around here, and I'll do another column of them blocks. So it is blowing out a little bit. It's not quite as light as that, it's a bit darker. I have the light right there. Let me see if I can budge it back a little bit. See if I can use my foot. It's plugged in over here, so I can't move it too far. See if that helps. Meh, I don't think so. But that is Magic Roses. Oh, how much did it get? It got 2,708 stitches and is now at 7.01%. So this one still has quite a bit to get to. It's 5% for the year, which will take it to 10%. It still needs 4,302 stitches. I'm going to work on this today because I'm a bit sick of I See You in My Dreams. So I'm going to take a little break and come back to that at the end of the month. But for now, this is what I'm working on. My little guy is keeping me company. I will talk a little bit about plans at the end as well, which I don't usually do, but I have got a little bit of a plan for this month, or for the end of the year basically. The next one is the one that I didn't show you last week, and it is my work piece. It's for my son. It gets the most stitches because I'm at work most of the time. And yeah, I forgot to show you because it was in my work bag and I didn't take it out. So I am going to take it out of the frame. I've got a needle in here. What on earth has happened? I've got like, there we go. I'm going to leave the needle attached. In fact, no, I'm going to take the needle off. And I'm going to show you the full piece. And this one is planned, I really want it finished by the end of the year, so that's what I'm aiming for. I want it finished by Christmas so I can gift it to him for Christmas. Mind the creases and stuff like that. You've seen it all before. The part threads are really ratty. It is what it is. I take it out and about with me. It gets a stitch here, a stitch there, and things just get parked and left. So, and I'm working in a small nudge. I'm working in the number 2. So a little frame. So it's all scrunched up inside. But here is where I'm at. Oh my gosh. So this obviously is the bottom of the chart. I cut this piece. Oh, let me show you what it looks like when it's finished. I'm excited about this one. This is what it looks like when it's finished. It's charted by Mummy's Hobbies Designs on Etsy. And here is where it is. So as you can see, we're getting closer to that finish. You can see where we're going and how much left I've got. So this one has received 3,889 stitches in the last 2 weeks, and last time that I didn't show you, it received 5,027, 8,000. So it's received nearly 9,000 stitches, about 8,900 stitches. So yeah. Next, I will obviously finish this little area here and then move to this area. And the plan for this one is to work on it still the way I am, but to get it finished, because it won't get finished at the rate that I'm going at the minute. When Water Nymph is finished, this is going to come to bedtime stitching. So I'll work on it in work and at bedtime, and possibly even before work. I get a little bit of stitch time before work too. So, well, sometimes depending on what's going on. So that is going to be the plan, to get this across the finish line before Christmas. I'm going to order the frame probably this week. It finishes at 11 by 11. So I found a frame on Etsy, and it'll just be black with probably a matte, I'm not sure yet, and get that done for my son. He doesn't even know. The last time he's seen it, I don't even think I'd done the top row yet. So he doesn't know I've done all this. Oh, it looks so good. That's gonna look so good on his wall. It'll look even better when it's washed and ironed, because his crinkled up face is doing him no justice. So that is Painted Tiger. And he needs to get him finished. Let's have a look. Still quite a bit. Where is it? Still needs 22,999, so 23,000 stitches. It's a lot, but I want to get it done. And I really don't want to take it into next year. All these new starts, one whip down by the end of the year, will be really amazing. Castle. So, Harry Potter. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Harry Potter. I put out a video about my plans to watch the Harry Potter films. So when I posted the video, there was 8 weekends left of the year. No, 8 weekends left till Christmas. And there's 8 Harry Potter films, so I was going to watch one every weekend until Christmas and work on Harry Potter related pieces. So that's what I've been doing. We're now on we've had week 2. So if you're joining in, you should be done with Chamber of Secrets if you're up to date. If not, whenever is fine. Doesn't have to be the weekend. However, I have done week 3 and I've watched Prisoner of Azkaban, because next weekend I'm not going to be able to stitch. So instead of being late finishing, I would rather just do 2 when I had a full day, well, most of a day to watch 2 of the films. So I watched on Sunday, I think. I watched Chamber of Secrets in the morning, and then I did all my housework. And then in the afternoon, I watched Prisoner of Azkaban. So for all 3 films, I worked on Castle. That's what I felt like doing. The first time I worked on it, I really enjoyed it. So I was happy to go back to it for the second and third film. And I said I was going to work in the castle, and that is exactly what I did. And I loved it. Oh, I loved it. So, over the 3 films, I got 1,826 stitches, so that's about 600 stitches per film. And it has now reached its goal, so this will be going away, which is exciting because then I can pick the next piece for the 4th film, which won't be this weekend, it'll be next weekend. And so it's reached its goal. It got 1,826 stitches. It's now at 10%, and I'm going to show you where I got to. Yay! So that's it in its entirety. And the castle was so much fun. A lot of browns. I didn't expect so many browns and so many different browns, but that's what we got, and it was really nice. Excuse me. Really nice. You can see the outline of the rest of the castle, the turrets and stuff, but that main one is well underway. Oh, lovely. It was so much fun to work on. Oh, come on, light. So, yes, I'm so happy with that. And this now will go away until next year, which is only a couple of months away now, which is crazy that we're nearly in 2026. Put that one down there because that's going away. Then I worked on my chatelaine, which I was so excited about. I worked on Evening in the Park. This is what it looks like. It is by Chatelaine. The boys went to the football, and I said in my last video that's when I was going to work on it. And I did say about maybe a stitchy game, which I don't think is going to work for this piece, just because I only count the cross stitches, and to get a certain amount of stitches will be too much pressure, especially when a lot of back stitch and stuff I don't count. So it takes a lot more work to get it to a certain stitch count for me. But I had such a good time working on this. So it got 333 cross stitches, but it got a lot more work. It got a lot of back stitch and specialty stitches, which are not counted. I did notice some mistakes in this actually, so we'll talk about that. But here is where I am at. Let me just give it. Here's where I'm at. As you can see, we're starting to get that swan in. It is showing up more in person. It's just that this light is not great. That's better. So I finished both of these, they're called flower beds. So in these rectangles here, I also put in the start of the swan. There's a lot of quarter stitches, and there's a blend in there actually in the swan. So a lot of work went into this, and I did notice some mistakes, so let's talk about them. I'm not going to change them. I don't think you can see. Like, if I look at that, I cannot see where the mistakes are. It doesn't help that the light's not great, so you can't see anything. But these stitches here, these diamonds, they're supposed to be queen stitches. I did back stitch by mistake. The instructions in that area are really, really difficult to read. And also, one of these, it's that one of these, I'll put it this way and then maybe you can see. These flowers here, this is one stitch too high, but I don't really care. And when I say one stitch, I mean one thread, it's not like two. But It looks so good. So this is the way it goes. And it looks amazing. Oh, lovely. But it's so nice to get back to that. And I look forward to getting it back out and the boys go to their next football match. So it only works if I'm off work and they're going to the football. So it will come out every now and then, but no set schedule or anything like that. What's next? A new start. So there's 2 new starts. I'll show you the one on the scroll frame first, just because it's hardest to show. So this, you can see it. This piece is a piece for my sister. As you may know, I did the lion, which, if you're curious, I can show again in the next video, or you can go back to maybe my first few videos. But I stitched the lion a few years ago for my sister. It was my first full coverage, and it is charted. Both of these are charted by Mod X Stitch. I will link them down below, and they're from Witchy Kitty Designs, I believe, and they are the most realistic cross stitch I've ever seen. And the lion was such a challenge. It was my first full coverage, and it was a step into just this whole new world that I've now been absorbed by, and that piece means so much to me. And when she asked me to do the lion, oh, you can see it, I may as well just show you, the leopard, I said no. The lion was really difficult. It took me a very long time. Sorry, my hair is gone white, it's gone rogue. I've not really done it, I've just thrown it into a clip. Hold on, my husband's coming. My husband just came home and disturbed me. So, where was I? I said no. And then she kept asking and kept asking. And I thought, you know what? Why not? Let's do it. Let's just add one more project to the never-ending list. So, I started leopard. Here is what it looks like. It is incredible. And I have cropped it, but only because, before anyone thinks anything, only because it is 10 stitches wider than the lion, and I want them to be exactly the same. So I just took 5 stitches off each side. It does not affect the piece at all. So it will be the same size. And I put it in my scroll frame, and it was like stepping back in time, honestly. So here it's hard to get close because of the light and the frame. But here is where I got to. That empty patch is all 310, but there is a considerable amount of colours in there, just like the lion, and it really was like stepping back in time. It is the same feeling. I started the lion in not a scroll frame, but it was like a scroll lap frame. It wasn't very good, but yes, it was just, it's exactly the same colours, it's the same feel, and I just felt like it was the lion. And I have some really good memories. I have some memories of the lion where I was sick and tired of it, that I was struggling with it, and that I was overwhelmed, and that I had some huge like happy memories from stitching the lion as well. So it brought it all back, and the achievement of finishing my first full coverage was amazing. So yeah, it was really weird to stitch on this, but I enjoyed it. So that is one new start. That got 1006 stitches and is now at 0.46%. And the next new start is my first ever Charting Creations piece. And I said maybe last year that I wanted to get as many of the charting companies pieces, so I had the variety of charting companies, but I have a few, but there is some companies that I've not found the project that I want to stitch from them, or some of the companies are just not my kind of thing. Some of them are quite dark or not my genre. So I found this one on Charting Creations and I think it is beautiful. It is this piece, it's called Bon Appetito. It is charted by Charting Creations and it is artwork by Nikki Bowen. And this is where I got to. Oh, blowing it out. It blows out the light colours a lot. So this is the top left corner and I got 804 stitches, bringing it to 0.33%. So this is cropped as well. And the reason is I needed it to fit on this fabric. I didn't want to buy fabric for it. It's cropped and I don't mind it. You still get basically everything in it. So that is the top of the brickwork and the beginning of that first window arch. So this piece is 2/1. Oh, so the leopard is 28 count 1/1 full cross, and this is 25 count 2/1 half cross. And this fabric came from a UFO, so that leads me straight into that. This fabric is a UFO, which was a difficult decision to make. I decided to UFO her journey, and the reason being is because it was a lot of what felt like background stitching. I'm really not into that anymore. I was about 10,000 stitches in, which is a good amount, but it's not enough where I would keep it for that amount. And I said, oh, I'll put it into bedtime stitching. And I just thought, why am I just slogging through it when I'm not enjoying it and putting it into bedtime stitching when just to kind of keep it going, like not because I'm enjoying it at all. So I decided to UFO it, and if the time ever comes in the future that I want to stitch it, I still have the chart, I just need the fabric. And yeah, I'm not sad about that decision at all. It was more of a burden keeping it than it is getting rid of it. So, like I said, if I ever want to start that in the future, then I can. And also a UFO, which has been a UFO for a few months, but I've not mentioned it, is it Friday yet? This is what that looks like. I've not worked on it in forever. I'm just not happy with the detail that I'm getting. The hair just looks like fuzz. There's no definition in the curls or anything like that, so I'm getting rid of that one too. Not sad about it. That is from a charting company that I'd not used before, and I probably wouldn't use them again for that reason unless I've seen someone stitch work that I was happy with, but I wasn't happy with that detail. And that is all the stitching. So plans wise, I'm trying to get all my goals done by the end of November because I have 3, potentially 4 new starts this year. So if I get these done in November, then I have the whole of December to work on those new starts and any of the like these pieces that I feel like I want to work more on, but I've got goals to get done. So the 4 new starts are Christmas Memories, and I don't know who the artwork is by. I know it's from Stitches So Beautiful. Let me see if I've got it on. Yeah, Tom Wood. So Christmas Memories from Tom Wood, I'm going to start in December. I'm also going to start Winter Cookie Party by Amy Stewart. That's tried by Haid. There is a few people joining. It's me and Leanne stitching it together, and I think some of us are doing it on a different date, but same project, and it's fun to all be stitching it together. So, and Jen the Caffeinated Crafter is all ready stitching that piece, so it'll be nice to catch up on her and see where she's at. The next one I got Suck It Into by Leanne. Nikki Stitchy is stitching this, and the Stitchy Witch is stitching this, but I think she actually lost her piece, and hers was looking incredible. So I bought this chart quite a while ago when she was stitching that, and then I seen Nikki Stitchy was stitching it, and then Leanne wanted to stitch it, so I thought, I already have the chart, let's go ahead and start that. So that's going to be a New Year's Eve start. I might probably be working on New Year's Eve, but I might just put a stitch or two in the morning. And the last one, which may be a New Year's Day start, but I'm hoping it comes early so I can start it on New Year's Eve, is the hate cell. So guys, I've never done a hate cell before, I've never been tempted, but the only reason I'm doing this is because of the Amy Stewart chart, and I've got a feeling, I mean, it could go one of two ways. It could be not for me, and it's probably got cats in. But this chart, it's not going to be available anywhere else probably ever again, and if it is the most beautiful chart I've ever seen, I will be crying. So I decided to join, and the requirement to get that chart is to stitch one page, and I think that is quite doable. About 8,000 stitches. I'm going to do it in 10 stitch. So I chose the Bluebell chart, so that was the only one that was really up my street. It's not something I would choose necessarily if I was choosing my own chart, but I do think my mother-in-law would like it. So if I do ever finish it in the distant future, then it will have a home. But I'm just going to go for the one page. I'm not interested in getting any of the other charts. I'm not interested in any of the reward charts, the milestone charts. I don't want any of them, to be honest with you. I just want the one page done and to get the Amy Stewart chart. So that's that. And that is everything, I think. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to talk about. So I can hear my husband is finished with my brew. I've just got another coffee. When he came in, I asked him to make me a new one. So much for cutting down. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna edit this and get it up for you, and tidy up and get stitching. So thank you so much for joining me, as always. I really appreciate it. And if you're joining the hate cell, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you're stitching. I know the most popular one is the dragonflies, so if you're stitching that or a different one, let me know. And yes, I will see you in the next video. Bye.